kind of piggybacking off of like your creative process, I was watching another interview. Apple Juice for Two did a great job interviewing you, and they kind of talked about your love for like writing and like how you started writing was like short stories and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about that passion that you have too, and how that translates into you writing raps.
So I finished the book. I just finished one. It's called All the Reasons I Want to Explode, and it's like it's geared towards like poetry or like port quartels, that type of thing, and it's just always who I've been the whole time, like throughout my whole life. I've always been a pungent writer. You know, I've always been scribbling, or I've always been, you know, piecing stuff together through like, I don't know, imagination, that type of thing. And then it just trickled into my actual life to where I have real stories to draw from now, instead of just like, okay, I'm in class making a story. It's like now I can talk about myself from third person, or however I want to see that shit.
When did you get into like poetry and stuff? Because you don't really hear that a lot from artists in general, like saying that, you know, you said you sculpt and you paint and stuff like that. So it's like, when did you really get into the deep poetry?
Early as like 5, probably earlier.
Damn.
And it's because of my mama. My mama, like, again, she was a singer, but she started off in poetry, you know? So I grew up reading some of her shit, like, you know? She has a close friend. He like my uncle. She got a close friend. He do poetry as well. So they always like encouraged it, you know? And then I kind of just branched off and did my own thing. I noticed when it came to poetry, I noticed everything I write has like a certain rhythm, even though it doesn't rhyme per se, but it has like a upbeat, like kind of tempo. And I was writing a poem, and I just turned that bitch into a song. And from there, I just started freestyling, riding around the city freestyling, doing my thing. And fast forward to now, Crucialbgr.
Yeah, my mom's an English teacher, so I was raised in like, you know, writing and reading at a young age. And I feel like that has, you know, kind of shaped me into like seeing the world in a different way too, you know.
It take a village. It take a village as well, because like I had a bunch of like teachers early on in school who noticed that in me and didn't let off of me, like, or didn't let off of the writer in me. Like I wrote a story in middle school that won like an award for like all the like the grade schools in like my county, and that shit in like City Hall in Springfield in Georgia right now.
Well, that's fire.
My teacher, Miss Crawford, if she could, I wish she was seeing this shit right now. But like Miss Crawford made me write a story every single day, over and over and over, and I never fucking understood why. I started hating that shit, and then we went to an award ceremony one day, and I'm not even thinking about nothing, and he called my name for that shit. So it's like I peep it now, like the teachings that I had early on, like it's a direct reflection into my today's time music. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's good to have someone, you know, kind of see that potential in you and keep pushing you. Whether you, like, it sounded like you didn't even really want to be doing this, but
hell no. I was waiting out lunch and all type of shit. Like, damn, I'm trying to eat. Now I'm in 3rd grade, 2nd grade. I don't want to break no story off lunch.
Right.
I know. And that's how my mom was too. Like I had like pretty good voice in my writing, you know, like it was like you could read it like someone's talking basically. And she really loved that about, you know, the stuff that I wrote. And, you know, when I would not write, she'd be like, you gotta keep doing that. And just that encouragement is nice, you know, because, you know, it's not like a bunch of my friends are like, hey, let's write today, you know, like, so it's nice to have that person kind of pushing you to do other stuff too.
Yeah. And it translates, you know, like it translates like through life, that same energy will permit itself through other people. Like shit, my managers, you know, my collective mates, they be on me like, nigga, where the songs? You know, like send me some opens, like what's going on? You record it, like that type of thing. So they stay on me, and it's just like it's like a different language, but the same thing, you know.